What's going on YouTube? My name is Marcus, aka Apostle, and today I am bringing you another Spellbreak gameplay. This time I want to talk about what I think the meta is going to be in 1.0. If you watched my other video, you know that I got an early test with some other creators, so I got to see Spellbreak a little bit early. I mean, I still don't know what the release date is at this point, but I'm assuming about a week early. And this is the final bit of it, so I kind of wanted to talk about what I feel is going to be good in the game and what they improved upon and like why I think stuff's going to be good. First off, I want to say I'm super rusty still. I can't hit like any shots. There's also bots, which is going to be really good for new players. That makes it into the new game. First thing I want to point out, optimization. It's way more optimized. So I was getting under 120 frames a second, probably under 100 average on all low settings in beta 2. And now I'm getting about 144 frames. I've seen it drop below maybe once or twice consistently on all ultra settings. So what this means for the meta is that console players are going to have a lot better time because their frames aren't going to suck, and people with worse PCs, but for sure console players. I'm using Stone. I do think Stone's going to be a lot stronger in this meta. Maybe not a lot stronger, but I think it got a buff specifically from the map. I'll show you why. I'll try to get to an area at some point in this game that kind of shows it off. Oh no, OP. OP Dragon fired me. Typical OP. Typical OP. Yeah, okay. Okay, rude. Check out OP's channel. He makes some good Spellbreak stuff. So I'll show him some love. But yeah. So basically, Stone's gonna be good, I think. Spring Step, I'm gonna steal it from you. Is S tier now. It's up top. I think it's probably the best rune in the game at this point. It's up there with Dash. So I'll show you why. Because, well, first off, you can jump like twice as far with it. You just go way further. They actually had to nerf it a little bit, cooldown wise. But now you can, if you do it at the perfect time, you can actually keep the momentum from it. So if I go up and then jump, you see how fast I'm moving through the air? So that's a huge movement buff that I think was intentional. The devs were talking about it, and I'm pretty sure it was intentional. So basically, Spring Step, really good. Dash, really good. Shadow Step, no longer in the game. Which was, if you guys didn't play before, Shadow Step, like, dashed you forward and made you invisible. That's gone. That was, like, the best rune in the game before this. So, it's gone for the time being. They said it'll probably come back. Not sure when. But Spring Step, super good. Definitely want to give that a try. It was a pretty bad rune before, but I think they nearly like doubled its movement and then added the momentum carry on top of it. But I'm trying to get to an area to show you why I think Stone's going to be really strong in this patch. This kind of shows it, but there's a lot of big open areas with like hallways that give Stone a lot of range, whereas before it was a lot more closed in, like this whole area, so Stone would not be able to go as far, even though it just climbed up that box. Stone shouldn't be able to do that. Nerf Stone. I'm not a Stone fan, so yeah. But like this area here, super good for Stone. Also, I don't know exactly, but I feel like this is kind of an ice nerf, right? Because you used to be able to sit, this is Stone Tooth, if you guys remember Stone Tooth. It used to just be big mountains like, they don't even have them in here, but it would be like this mountain, but it would be like that tall, where I'm aiming here. Basically, essentially this mountain that I'm on would be what it is. And so it would be just a bunch of people on really tall, skinny mountains sniping down into it. And now there's so many more lanes that you can pick to push the ice person. So if I'm up here, somebody could run up and just like take this whole route all the way down here and then push me through up here. They can come around, they can use these trees as cover. There's just so much more line of sight that they can break line of sight way easier, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But also, if you are in a really good spot with ice, then you can still be super effective with it. I just think it gives people a little bit more option to close the distance on ice players now. I don't think there's really been any changes to any of the classes. I haven't seen the patch notes yet, but the biggest change, also there's bushes. I want to say that now, so you can get sneaky reses off. You can hide in it, but really good for escaping and getting sneaky reses off, like I just said. This squall sound is very, very annoying. Every time you land after you've been in the air for a second, this little clap happens. Hopefully they take it out. We've been complaining about it, so we'll see. But Tempest overall feels really, really good. The vertical movement is about the same. It doesn't feel too different vertically. It's kind of hard to tell when you're looking down at like a flat surface how fast you're moving. But what really feels good is the horizontal movement. This is what I've been saying. Everybody used to say like we need to take the floatiness off of Tempest, but I've always been saying, oh no, there's someone pushing me and I'm not ready. I'm not ready, I'm explaining something, leave me alone. But the horizontal movement allows you to create distance and play a really fast, like, kiting playstyle, and I think it's just a huge buff to Tempest, especially with Spring Step, allowing you to stay in the air for much longer. This guy's gonna push me and I've got stone inside a castle. This is not where I want to be. Where you at, dude? Got friends here now. Break his fortitude. Oh, fire nado. No, the tornado turned on me. I trusted you. Player 1, okay. I see you. I see you, guy. Ow. That was my fault. That wasn't Ghosty. Forgive Ghosty for attacking me. But essentially, like, if I'm chasing this guy now, I have a much better potential to catch him. Like, see how fast I just covered all that ground? It's a little hard to tell because you have to look away from your target. But you can move really, really fast on Tempest now. Oh, I suck. Especially with, if you're running like Dash or Spring Step, which I think you should. It's just, it feels so good to be able to just like catch people like this. Oh, little small tip for Tempest. If you're pushing on a wall, don't hold W because it's going to slow you down. Hold S because you're pushing away, so you want your movement to go with the momentum, obviously. But as you can see here, like, look at my health right now and my loot. I guess I've been kind of explaining stuff, but it seems like potions are very, very scarce now. You can't really find potions, and I have a really hard time finding actual items, so like amulets, belts, boots. I've noticed a lot of the time I'm stuck with like white items. So it seems really difficult to get looted up item-wise. Rune and gauntlet-wise doesn't feel too bad. But once again, like, look at this area for stone. If somebody lands over there, they're completely just in stone's playing field. This is exactly where you want to fight with stone, and they've changed the map a lot. I showed that in my other video if you want to see, like, most, if not all, the map changes. I mean, I haven't done it yet, but I'm planning on putting all the map changes in there, if I can. So, be sure to check that out. But it's just, there's so many more open fields like this, and it just feels very, very good for stone, I think. Because, I mean, this is, like I was saying when I got pushed here, you don't want to be fighting as stone in this castle area where your stone's going to hit this wall and not go up it, and you can only use it 2 feet in front of you. You want this range with it. Everything else feels pretty much the same. I mean, Tempest is going to be better because I think stone's going to be so good. You're definitely going to want to counter people with Tempest and Spring Step. So stone got nerfed and buffed, in my opinion. Okay, did I just get hit by that stone shot? Oh, also the Tempest tornado jump got buffed. It just feels really, really, really good. So now I don't want to be down with this guy, so I'm out. I'm out. But then if I want to go back in, I can just hop right back in with Tempest. So Tempest is good. I definitely wouldn't recommend it for beginners. It's not a beginner class in general, just because it's so much to maintain. And it's a lot of mechanical ability. So you want to get the movement, just your regular movement down, and then you can start playing Tempest. I mean, you can learn with it if you want, but it's gonna make your life a little bit harder. But definitely give Tempest a try. It was in a really bad spot for a long time. I'd say it was the worst class in the game before this patch, and now it may be one of the best. The game overall feels pretty well balanced at this point. It's not, I mean, I don't think really any game's perfectly balanced, but for the most part, I feel like this is the most balanced Spellbreak has ever been. And it feels really good. It feels really smooth, looks really clean. It feels, it's hard to explain, but it feels like professional, if that makes sense. It feels like it's a real AAA game now. Whereas before it felt really good, but now it feels like it can really compete with the big names, and it gives me a lot of hope. It is free to play if you've never played it and this is your first video that you're watching. I know it's probably getting a lot of hype right now, or a lot of attention brought to it. So you can try it for free. Link in the description down below. It's kind of the Fortnite. Oh, that guy just wrecked himself with lightning. Fortnite method, where it's free to play, all devices, Xbox, Switch, PS4. PC, and then you can purchase things in the store. If you do buy anything in the store, be sure to use somebody's creator code. If you want to use mine, it's in the top right corner. Apostle OG. Just had to check to make sure I was recording. Could have been real sad. No, that was a developer. I just got killed by a dev. RIP. Get killed by the guys who make the game. I was stuck in puddles. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Please, let me out. But essentially, I think it's in a good spot overall. I think still short-range movement runes are gonna be king. Maybe flight for the end games to go up in the air. But a lot of stuff stayed the same. Not a whole lot of balance changes, but Spring Step good to top everything off. Spring Step good. Stone seems like it's going to be really good. Tempest got a big buff. Be sure, if you didn't play Tempest, to give Tempest a try. It's a super fun class, and it's one of the best things in the game when jumping. It's so much fun. Shadow Step's gone, which gets rid of it. That's a big nerf to Toxic. So now there's going to be a lot more Invis Toxic players running around. And then the map changes seem to give a benefit to Stone and Ice. So keep that all in mind. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as check out the Twitch stream down in the description below. I'll be streaming Spellbreak a whole bunch. Once again, if you feel like going above and beyond and supporting me, be sure to use my creator code in the top right corner, Apostle OG. If you don't want to use mine, be sure to use somebody's. It gives your favorite creator a chunk of the proceeds when you're buying in-game currency. So you should really just do that to support your favorite creator, no matter who it is. Just be sure you use one. I posted a bunch of basic guides if you're a new player. I did every single gauntlet, so be sure to check those out on my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the HoloLands.